Right now we'll be ready for a speech from Mr. Paul Baker.
I was going to sing my own Catherine, Dave, Robin, Jordan, thank you for that. We never knew about the singing waitresses that weren't waitresses. That was fantastic. It really, really was, so I've got to try and follow that. First and foremost, I'd like to say, if I can, from the Glover clan and from the Baker clan, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. It's a long way, and many people have come from Paris, I'm just from Canada, Cornwall, New Zealand, Bletchley. I really appreciate to make this day so special for Bob and Jordan. I'll tell you a little story about when we met, well, for the first time. Can you remember? Me and Ben worked football, as we do on Saturday, in Leicestershire, drove over to Peterborough Station. Jordan said, we're going to get off the train, take us home, we're going to have a meal. So, beforehand I said to Brenda, we're going to have a meal tonight, yeah? But say to Rob that his name's Ron, don't call him Rob. Right? Now, Kath, before you kick me in the spot, this wasn't because I'm trying to stitch him up. This was because I'm trying to stitch Holly up. So we were around the dinner table, I think I had a nice lasagna, like she always does, and Brenda was saying, "Oh, I love, Ron, you okay with this?" And Brian was saying, "Oh, Ron, how many an hour do you think?" And bless him, as a gentleman he is, he did not flinch. I won't say a word, but there was one person around the table who was fuming. She stuck up for it. And I knew then that he was perfect for our family. And he was just absolutely perfect. And because he was perfect for our family, I'd never met Kath and Dave, Will and Dave, or any of their family. I knew they were perfect as well. And it was just absolutely cracking. I said to Jordan, he's such a lovely lad, and I'm so proud of both of you, you know, for what you've done and the perfect setting and everything like that. But the thing is, I didn't know Jordan, I'd never seen Jordan's dress until today. And I walked into the room and that just blew me away. And of the words of the famous poet, Del Boy. Absolutely not bandy. It was so lovely. I cried my eyes out and the kids say to me, "Dad, you're so cold. You're so hard, you only cry when Arsenal lose." I don't know where it come from, just the emotion just come over. And Jordan, I was going to talk about your Thumbelina, Cornelius, and I think you have found your Cornelius. I really do. And me and Mum are so proud of you and love you to bits, and Rob and Kath and Dave and all the family. So it just leaves me to toast a happy couple, Rob and George. We're done, thank you.
Mr. Robbie Glover.
Love you, Robbie. Right, just a little bit of admin before I start. I've retitled my speech to 5 minutes of crying. And also, Dan, I don't know if you want to change the song you were going to sing, because I don't know if it'll quite be as good. Okay, so I guess the classic line is my wife and I. I'd like to thank you all so much for coming all the way here, like Paul said, from
Bletchley.
from Bletchley and everywhere else, New Zealand people mostly. But no, we are hugely grateful and just feel so incredibly loved by everyone here. The number of times we've just taken each other aside and just said we are so very lucky with the families we both have. And as you can tell from our ceremony, it's very important to us that everyone was here. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. I've gone off script, so bear with me. Also, actually, we want to mention, and I will raise a toast halfway through, to everyone that couldn't be here, to absent loved ones.
Yeah, friends.
Thank you. So I probably could have done that better. And also to Leah, who was obviously meant to be a bridesmaid, but unfortunately is having to play for England. A pretty good excuse. And we wish her all the best of luck. And to Jordan, you really didn't have to damage your knee, but thank you very much. Yeah, I just want to thank lots of people, really. The fabulous bridesmaids, wherever you all are. For taking so much care of Jordan today and just throughout her life. I know, not that she's difficult to look after. She is, I know, eternally grateful for all of you because you are just wonderful, wonderful human beings, so thank you very much. And to Holly, who's done an absolutely fabulous job with the hen do and everything today, and just being a wonderful sister. So thank you from both of us for that. I would also like to thank my best man Dan, before he embarrasses me, and I take it all back. You're one of the best friends anyone could ever ask for, and I really do appreciate the Queen allowing you to be here today. And also a big thank you to all the hotel staff that aren't in here. So thank you very much. And last but not least, I think probably the most important thank you very much, Kirk, for allowing us to use your castle today. If you want to find out about that, ask Kirk later. I'll happily tell you about that one. Just quickly as well, I won't go on too long, but Paul talking about the first time meeting them and everything like that, and you know, I had sort of prepared the same story, so thanks for that. But,
We need confidence, don't we?
I'll do a bit about that, and I forgot to thank you, so I'll come back to you, don't worry. I remember when meeting Paul and Natalie for the first time in the family 4 years ago. If you were to look at my Google search history, just stay with me for a sec, you would find questions like, who is Arsenal's best football player? How are Arsenal doing right now? What should I say if I like Arsenal?
He still doesn't know.
Steven Gerrard's great, isn't he? Right. And then, you know, getting used to that and trying to blag my way through that. I think I saw through it. But then, you know, going down a few months later, thinking, right, I'm all set here. I've been watching football for 3 months. Sorted, I know what I'm talking about. Walk through the door and the blooming Ryder Cup's on. Going straight out. It was the best golfer at the minute. I used to walk the caddy. Slowly but surely I've got a bit better. I think my most recent Sky bill is a testament to that, with all the women I study religiously now. I'm up to date. But no, in all seriousness, to the Bakers, what can I say? apart from the fact you are one of the most welcoming, wonderful, kind families that I've ever met. And I couldn't be more proud to be able to say that I'm now part of that family, so thank you very much. I won't bother with that bit. To my mum and dad, I'm surprised I've not cried yet, actually. I mean, I've said to you before, I just can never put into words how eternally grateful I am. Jordan is, David, Bryn, anyone that knows you is incredibly lucky to know you. Come on, you. I'm incredibly grateful to call you my parents. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us here today and for the babies as well, and just thank you so much for being you, and keep it up. I don't know why I panically wrote this morning.
He did.
Oh yeah, Jordan. Okay, this is one where I am going to try not to cry, but don't read that. I mean, I know full well that if I went round this room and asked every single person in here, they would say nothing but how amazing you are, how perfect you are, how kind and loving you are, and how much you have grown into an amazing, talented woman. I am the most lucky man alive to be able to call you my wife, which is still a bit weird to say that. And I am just so grateful for the next lifetime we get to spend together, with all of the amazing, amazing adventures we're going to go on, the number of jobs I'm going to chase, the number of times you will just carry on supporting me and encouraging me and just being so this one is to Jordan. And I think I best stop there. So, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Good luck, Dan. I'm sure it will be absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Go on, Dan.
Bryn's crying, so And now I'd love to hand over to my best man, Mr. Dalhousie.
Right. So before I begin, okay, Rob, the boys have got you something that I'll show you later. I wish, to be honest, it was a picture of Niagara from the amount you've been bawling your eyes out. It's 4-1 at the moment to the Bakers, simply on the amount of you bawling your eyes out. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure, honour and a small amount of trepidation that I stand before you as Rob's best man. If anyone was apprehensive about the wedding going ahead beforehand, I can assure you that 50% of this room are glovers and things have been paid for. We are therefore not leaving this place until the whole damn castle is clear. Rob genuinely woke up this morning and said, a bit delusionally, what day is it? I had to kind of get him in place. And that's our kind of relationship. We bounce off each other with brothers, very, very much so. My name is Dan, for those of you who don't know me. I work in military intelligence, an occupation my dad likes to remind me is a contradiction of itself. My role requires me to provide regular briefings, often to senior officials across the world. But despite this, Rob, I mean this when I say it, I have never found a speech harder to prepare for than this. In our trade, when we are unsure on something, we live by the motto, bullshit battles brains. But present company accepted, So it's not going to fly. Now, you may look at the dashing young buck sitting there and compare him to me, who admittedly looks about 40. But I assure you, me and Rob are the same age. Rob, at this stage, okay, I'm just leading the way here, right? Our dads have very similar hairstyles. So I'm just preparing. So I'll be there for you, okay? Our parents were friends before we were born and have been ever since. So unfortunately for this speech, I know for a fact that Rob was always the better behaved one out of the two of us. That's good news, because Rob has now officially entered the life of the Baker family. So, Jordan, I'd like to offer you some small advice to your family and to you on observations I have made about Rob over the years. Commitment, commitment, commitment. Accusation from this side. Rob has a track record of sticking with things. 3 days into A-level, he dropped out to change school to one that was in Cambridge. A sad day for us all, but we understood his motives. It was a fantastic school. A few days later, we adjusted life after Rob. He walked into the canteen grinning. Yeah, I didn't like it. We're on 2 dropouts in a week. I'll call that a hobby. 2 years later, me and Rob are getting bedded down at Edinburgh University. We'd achieved... We'd achieved our ultimate aim and our ultimate goal while we were at school, getting to Edinburgh. 6 months down the line, a knock at my door, it's Rob. Oh, hi mate, all good. Yeah, now don't be pissed off with me. Okay, short tangent. Now the week beforehand, our families had just sent emergency university parcels to keep us going while we definitely weren't splashing out our coppers on the 3rd Chinese buffet of the month. Classic lovers. I received some pâté, amongst other things, and Rob received a genuine Wellington boot full of potatoes. We're in the presence of some of Cambridgeshire's greatest rivals. Rob even said, Jordan, you're in for a welly full of Cambridgeshire's finest tonight. Anyway, so I'm thinking, right, okay, don't be pissed off at me, he says. Now there's me thinking, right, he's had enough of the welly, he thinks he wants to grab some of my birthday duck pâté. No, what does Rob say? I'm thinking of dropping out of uni for drama school. Now in the grand scheme of chopping and changing, this was pretty significant. Thankfully, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts didn't approve of Widow Twankid as an audition. I'm joking, I'm sure there was something wrong, whatever. He was the only person to play Henry V that day. Anyway, Rob, whatever happens in your life, you should stick with it. Stick to your guns. I know that Jordan will ensure he certainly will, but if I can add my 2 cents in, please accept these to remind you to never flip-flop again. Other than that, I can assure you on balance, Rob is still the better behaved one. Upon us discovering alcohol in our mid-teens, it was Rob that ended up looking after me at 4 AM, 2 hours before our Saturday shift began at the local petrol station. In fact, the bromance got so strong that on our first day of university, at a meet and greet in our local halls, we agreed to pretend to not know each other, so that we would seem less weird in a courtyard where first impressions really mattered, and get to know our flatmates better. When socialising with our future flatmates, me and Rob accidentally back into each other. Rob turned and acknowledged my presence, and I returned the gesture, a bit too kind of friendly. But then the flatmate said, I think, Kath, it was you actually, said, Rob, do you know him? To which Rob replied, yeah, he's one of my best mates. And Kath said, well, why are you ignoring each other? At which stage the plan, which was foolish from the outset, collapses. I detach myself from Rob, from the conversation I was in, slowly spin around and park myself directly next to Rob. Rob says, "Oh, look who's turned up." Nobody knows me at this stage. Both of us grinning and bright red. A great start to uni. We both looked, apologies, fucking weird. That didn't help, so while we struggled with real girlfriends, Rob was my de facto wife. At one stage, during A-level, he chose to lie to a girl he was seeing about work shifts so that we could have a picnic and row down the Ouse. And while I'm all for that, it was a lovely afternoon, but I was convinced Rob might be starting to get the wrong idea. A little less sort of wind in the willows, a bit more sort of Brokeback Fenland. Jordan, I must reassure you at this stage that I have not detected the first inkling of Brokeback making a comeback ever since he first laid eyes on you. Clearly you can satisfy him in ways that I couldn't. It's a mystery to me, to be honest. He even brought me over to his house to show me his lightsaber. It glowed green and everything. That's not untrue. So what else can I tell you about Rob? Well, for years he undertook a pretty successful stint in acting, apart from, you know, dropping out for drama school, which didn't work. EastEnders, Life Begins at 40, innumerable theatre performances. Was that you?
That's me!
Oh right. EastEnders, some other acting. It all merges into one. Nothing would stop Rob from achieving dominance in every project he undertook. So much so that he wouldn't be put off auditioning for a role that would require him to say, "Wear a dress."
Oh, God.
When me and Rob ran a Diamond Jubilee themed charity fundraiser at work in 2012, Rob was in the dress, a mask of Her Majesty on, giving it the raw wave before I could say underwear. And little did I know that 7 years down the line, he'd have me in a dress as well. And like the charity Jubilee before, I cannot say with any degree of certainty that Rob is wearing underwear this time around. That will be revealed in the Kaylee after this, and we'll have a look out afterwards, alright? Now, it's only fitting at this point that I turned our attention to those who the dresses actually fit, our beautiful bridesmaids. Like Cinderella slid into a glass slipper, ladies, your dresses are worn with such beauty, your hair is styled with such class, and you carry yourself with enough elegance to give Dave here enough ideas for the outfit of the May ball. Ladies, hold your heads high. For if I may speak on behalf of the bride, a dangerous thing to ask, I admit, you all could not have complimented Jordan better if you tried. And Jordan, I suppose I don't have to tell you how beautiful you look, but Rob's lightsaber will be glowing green, and it's certainly not I must also turn our attention to the room and say a personal thank you. Thank you to all of those who have come the long distance to what I'm sure we can all agree is one fantastic location and one beautiful event. Furthermore, I could delve into that cliche of Batman speeches and say it's extraordinary how far people will come for a free meal. But, given that at one stage this was all likely going to be vegan, I tip my hat to you all. Jordan and Rob, I commend your commitment to the cause. After uni, they were so into veganism that Rob agreed to stop calling Jordan honey. Jordan, you've really been the driving force behind making Rob the fit hunk of beefcake we see in front of us. You've now got both a personal trainer and you're vegan. I mean, what do you tell people first when you meet them? Joking aside, you're an inspiration to how more of us should live, although we can't believe that cauliflower steak is just as good as real food. Well, I look back at some of the stuff we've done together, and it makes me proud to have you as a friend, call you a friend. We have had some truly great times together and have shared in some great experiences, memories I will never forget. From the early years of thinking every toy you owned was cooler than what I had. Sorry, Mum and Dad. This guy had 2 Millennium Falcons. What is he going to do? Strap them together? All the way to bedding down with a beautiful fiancée, now wife, a dog, and even a house. Although the boys still haven't forgiven you for turning down going to watch the rugby to attend a pottery class in 4th year. Now, for the record, I saw the final results, and Jordan, really good job. But Rob, I think Derby pushed out more pot-like sculptures in this class. Just very quickly, I'd like to interdict something coming through, a message to read out from Somersham Town Cricket Club. Jordan, we didn't know you at all, but best of luck for today. Good luck with Rob. We found him useless in most positions, but wishing you the best for tonight. It's it, and it went. That was it. Rob, you've been a brother from another mother. That's not me getting an easy line in, by the way. I genuinely thought we were related when we were young. The next chapter of your life is in full swing, and Jordan, I could not think of a person better suited to looking after him than you. All I can say is best of luck. I hope you wake up every day, Rob, and realise how lucky you are to have her in your life. People strive for the idyllic life that you are currently living, but often miss the most important thing that is right. Her. Well, maybe you've nailed that as well. If I can ask you at this stage to, Jordan, put your right hand on the table. Right hand. No, right hand. And Rob, put your left hand on top. Rob, please enjoy this moment, because it's the first and last time in your marriage that you'll ever have the upper hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I commend you all for making the long journey to take part in this special celebration. I hope you all enjoy the events that are yet to come and wish you safe travels on your return. I ask for one final time you stand and raise a glass. To our very own Princess Leia and Han Solo, Rob and Jordan. Afterwards, the Kaylee will be ready. Thanks very much.